What if I told you that some aircraft are so massive they make ordinary airplanes look like toys? From giant military cargo planes and record-breaking flying boats to double-decker passenger jets and futuristic twin-fuselage monsters, these incredible machines push aviation to its absolute limits. In today's video, we're counting down the biggest aircraft ever built, engineering marvels capable of carrying tanks, launching rockets, transporting hundreds of passengers, and doing things that seem almost impossible. Let's take to the skies and discover these unbelievable giants of aviation. Not every giant aircraft is built to carry hundreds of passengers. Some earn their reputation by going places and doing jobs that few other aircraft can handle. One of the best examples is the Lockheed Martin C-130J Super Hercules, a military transport aircraft that has become a backbone of air forces around the world. First introduced in 1996 as the most advanced version of the legendary Hercules family, the C-130J combines proven durability with modern technology, measuring nearly 98 feet long and featuring a wingspan of more than 132 feet. It is an impressive sight, both on the ground and in the air. Powered by 4 Rolls-Royce AE2100 turboprop engines, it can fly at speeds of over 400 miles per hour and travel more than 2,000 miles while carrying up to 20 tons of cargo. From transporting troops and armored vehicles to delivering emergency supplies and conducting rescue missions, its versatility is unmatched. What truly sets the Super Hercules apart is its ability to operate from rough dirt strips, icy runways, and remote airfields where larger aircraft simply cannot go. Thanks to its rugged design, advanced avionics, and decades of proven service, the C-130J remains one of the most trusted and capable military transport aircraft ever built. Long before modern cargo giants filled the skies, there was an aircraft so massive that it seemed to blur the line between airplane and ship. The Martin JRM Mars was one of the largest flying boats ever built, a remarkable machine developed during World War II for the United States Navy. First taking flight in 1942, this giant aircraft measured around 117 feet in length and featured a wingspan exceeding 200 feet, making it an astonishing sight wherever it operated. Powered by 4 powerful radial piston engines, the Mars was built to transport heavy cargo, military equipment, supplies, and personnel across vast ocean distances. With a range of more than 5,000 miles, it became one of the most capable long-range transport aircraft of its time. What truly made it unique, however, was its ability to take off and land directly on water, allowing it to reach locations where traditional runways simply didn't exist. Years later, several of these giants found a second life as firefighting aircraft, dropping thousands of gallons of water on wildfires in a matter of seconds. Even today, the Martin JRM Mars remains one of the most extraordinary flying boats ever created, and a fascinating reminder of aviation's boldest engineering achievements. Some aircraft don't just become part of history, they stay active in it for generations. The Boeing B-52 Stratofortress is one of those rare machines. First developed during the Cold War era, it took its maiden flight in 1952 and quickly established itself as a cornerstone of long-range strategic aviation for the United States. Even today, it remains one of the most recognizable military aircraft ever built. Measuring around 159 feet in length with a wingspan of about 185 feet, its massive frame and swept-wing design give it a powerful and unmistakable silhouette in the sky. Under its wings sit 8 jet engines that allow it to reach speeds of roughly 650 miles per hour, while traveling thousands of miles without refueling. Designed for long-range bombing missions, the B-52 was built to carry a wide range of payloads, from conventional bombs to precision-guided missiles and historically even nuclear weapons, with a total capacity exceeding 70,000 pounds. What makes it even more remarkable is its endurance, not just in range, but in service life. Through continuous upgrades and modernization, it has adapted to new technologies and changing warfare demands across decades of use, from Vietnam to present-day operations. And unlike most aircraft of its era, it is expected to remain in service well into the 2050s, making it one of the longest-serving military aircraft in history. Even after more than 70 years, the B-52 Stratofortress continues to stand as a symbol of power, endurance, and unmatched longevity in aviation. Before modern cargo giants took over the skies, the Soviet Union built something that completely changed military air transport: the Antonov. An-22 Ante is one of the largest turboprop aircraft ever created and one of the most powerful military transports in aviation history. First flown in 1965 by the Antonov Design Bureau, it immediately stood out for its extreme size and raw power. Measuring around 190 feet long with a wingspan of over 211 feet, it looked almost unreal compared to other aircraft of its time. It was powered by 4 Kuznetsov turboprop engines driving massive contra-rotating propellers, producing a deep, powerful roar during flight. Designed for heavy transport missions, the An-22 could carry tanks, armored vehicles, helicopters, and oversized military cargo across long distances, lifting more than 80 tons while flying thousands of miles without refueling. What made it even more valuable was its ability to operate from rough, unprepared airfields, reaching remote areas where most large aircraft could not land. With its huge cargo space, rugged build, and strong lifting power, it became a key strategic aircraft for decades and remains one of the most legendary heavy transports ever built. Very few aircraft look as unusual and oversized as the Boeing Dreamlifter. At first glance, it almost doesn't look real, but it is one of the most important cargo aircraft in modern aviation. Developed by Boeing and entering service in 2007, it was specially built to support the production of the Boeing 787 Dreamliner by transporting oversized aircraft parts between factories. Based on the Boeing 747 platform, the aircraft was heavily modified with a massively expanded fuselage, giving it a unique and almost strange appearance in the sky. Measuring around 235 feet in length, with a wingspan of about 211 feet, it ranks among the largest cargo aircraft in operation today. Powered by 4 jet engines, it can carry nearly 250,000 pounds of cargo, including full aircraft fuselage sections, wings, and other oversized components that cannot be moved by standard freight aircraft. Its enormous internal volume makes it one of the most efficient transport solutions for global aircraft manufacturing. One of its most distinctive features is the large swing-open tail section, which allows entire sections of aircraft to be loaded directly into the fuselage. Even though its design looks unusual, every part of it serves a precise purpose. Today, the Dreamlifter remains a vital part of Boeing's global production system and one of the most unique large aircraft ever built. With its rounded body and almost whale-like shape, the Airbus Beluga XL is one of the most unusual aircraft ever seen in modern aviation. First flown in 2018 and developed by Airbus, it was designed for a very specific job: transporting oversized aircraft parts between production sites across Europe. Based on the Airbus A330 platform, it was heavily modified with a massively enlarged upper fuselage, giving it that instantly recognizable and unusual silhouette. Measuring around 207 feet in length with a wingspan of nearly 197 feet, it is among the largest cargo aircraft currently in service. Powered by 2 Rolls-Royce Trent turbofan engines, it is capable of flying long distances while carrying heavy aerospace components between factories. Despite its strange appearance, it can transport over 50 tons of cargo, including large aircraft sections like wings for the Airbus A350, sometimes even carrying 2 wings at once. One of its most striking features is the huge upward opening front cargo door, which exposes the entire internal hold for easy loading of oversized parts that would never fit in standard cargo aircraft. While its design looks unusual, every detail serves a clear purpose in modern aircraft manufacturing. Today, the Beluga XL remains one of the most distinctive and important large cargo aircraft in the world. Built to move some of the heaviest military equipment on Earth, the Lockheed C-5M Super Galaxy stands among the largest and most powerful cargo aircraft ever created. Developed by Lockheed Martin for the United States Air Force, it first entered service in the 1970s and was later upgraded into the modern C-5M version with improved engines, avionics, and overall performance. Measuring around 247 feet in length with a wingspan of nearly 222 feet, it has an enormous footprint that makes it instantly recognizable on any runway. Powered by 4 General Electric turbofan engines, it can fly at speeds exceeding 500 miles per hour while covering intercontinental distances without frequent stops. Designed for strategic airlift missions, the C-5M can carry over 280,000 pounds of cargo, including tanks, helicopters, armored vehicles, and heavy industrial equipment that most aircraft cannot handle. Its massive cargo bay is engineered for efficiency, with both the nose and rear sections able to open for fast roll-on and roll-off loading. This allows oversized military cargo to be moved quickly even in demanding situations. With its upgraded systems and improved reliability, the C-5M remains one of the most capable heavy transport aircraft in service today. When it comes to heavy cargo aviation, very few aircraft can match the scale and capability of the Antonov An-124 Ruslan. Developed during the Soviet era by the Antonov Design Bureau, it first flew in 1982 and quickly earned its place as one of the largest and heaviest cargo aircraft ever built. Measuring around 226 feet in length with a wingspan of nearly 240 feet, it has a massive presence that dominates both runway and sky. Powered by 4 high-thrust turbofan engines, the An-124 is designed to move extremely heavy and oversized cargo across intercontinental distances. It can carry more than 330,000 pounds of payload, including tanks, helicopters, industrial machines, locomotives, generators, and even disassembled aircraft parts that would be impossible for most freighters to handle. Its enormous cargo bay is built specifically for oversized transport, giving it unmatched flexibility in heavy logistics. One of its most practical features is the kneeling landing gear system, which lowers the front of the aircraft to make loading easier and faster. Combined with large front and rear cargo doors, it allows vehicles and heavy equipment to be rolled straight inside with minimal delay. Built for demanding operations and rapid deployment, the An-124 remains one of the most capable, heavy-lift aircraft ever created. Even decades after its introduction, it continues to play a major role in global air cargo transport. For a long time, aviation engineers chased one big idea. What if a passenger aircraft could be built large enough to move hundreds of people across the world in total comfort? That idea finally became real with the Airbus A380, the largest passenger aircraft ever built. Developed by Airbus, it made its first flight in 2005 and completely changed the way long-haul travel was imagined. With a length of about 238 feet and a massive wingspan of nearly 262 feet, it quickly became one of the most recognizable aircraft at any major airport. Powered by 4 high-thrust turbofan engines, the A380 can fly more than 8,000 miles without refueling while cruising at around 600 miles per hour. Designed for ultra-long international routes, it can carry over 850 passengers in a full economy layout, although most airlines opted for more premium configurations with business-class suites, lounges, and luxury seating areas spread across its full-length double-deck cabin. Despite its size, it is known for a surprisingly smooth and quiet flight experience, which helped make it a favorite among travelers. Airlines like Emirates turned it into a symbol of modern luxury and global connectivity. Even though production has ended, the Airbus A380 still stands as one of the most impressive and iconic passenger aircraft ever built, representing a peak moment in commercial aviation design. For a long time, aviation engineers chased one big idea. What if a passenger aircraft could be built large enough to move hundreds of people across the world in total comfort? That idea finally became real with the Airbus A380, the largest passenger aircraft ever built. Developed by Airbus, it made its first flight in 2005 and completely changed the way long-haul travel was imagined. With a length of about 238 feet and a massive wingspan of nearly 262 feet, it quickly became one of the most recognizable aircraft at any major airport. Powered by 4 high-thrust turbofan engines, the A380 can fly more than 8,000 miles without refueling while cruising at around 600 miles per hour. Designed for ultra-long international routes, it can carry over 850 passengers in a full economy layout, although most airlines opted for more premium configurations with business-class suites, lounges, and luxury seating areas spread across its full-length double-deck cabin. Despite its size, It is known for a surprisingly smooth and quiet flight experience, which helped make it a favorite among travelers. Airlines like Emirates turned it into a symbol of modern luxury and global connectivity. Even though production has ended, the Airbus A380 still stands as one of the most impressive and iconic passenger aircraft ever built, representing a peak moment in commercial aviation design. And that's a wrap on some of the biggest aircraft ever built in aviation history. From massive military cargo giants to record-breaking passenger jets and even futuristic flying platforms, each one shows just how far engineering can go when imagination has no limits. These machines aren't just aircraft. They're achievements that reshaped how the world moves, connects, and explores the skies. If you enjoyed this journey through aviation's giants, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next one.